Hello, I'm Louise Fletcher, and this is the presentation about the Equine Studies course here at Moulton College. I am one of the lecturers on the course at the college. I teach on the Level 1, Level 2 and Level 3 programme. I'm also course manager for the Level 3 study programme. So this year I course managed the second years who are now leaving us, which means that next year I will probably be taking on the first year Level 3 students as their course manager. I have been teaching at the college for 3 years and previously studied my extended diploma at the college before going off to do my degree and working in the industry and then coming back. So reasons to choose a career in equine, and we focus a lot on preparing you for a career whilst you're here at the college, and there's some great reasons to look for a career with horses. So the obvious one is that we are so lucky that we can combine our hobby and our passion into our job. So we actually get to do what we love on a daily basis. Within careers in equine, so whether you are a groom, whether you work in nutrition, whether you're a coach, you have opportunity to travel all over the country as well as all over the world. So you might go on the Sunshine Tour in Spain if you are a groom for a show jumper, or you might travel to different areas of the country as a saddle fitter, or going to different beta events in retail or something like that. There's so much opportunity for traveling dependent on the job that you fall into. Whilst working in equine, you can continuously develop your skills within the industry and also transferable skills. So there is never a moment where you are not learning once you are working within the industry, whether that is you experiencing new skills with the horses and working with different types of horses, or whether that is new social skills or customer service skills. And within the industry, we're so lucky that we get to meet new people all the time, and they all have one really common interest, and that is horses, and that builds friendships and relationships with those people that can last forever. There are so many jobs within the equine industry, and we'll have a look at those a little bit later on. There is jobs within offices, there is jobs within the yard base, there are self-employed jobs. There's so many different things for you to choose. Never think that it's just going one way by coming to study and there's only one way you can go into this career. There's so many different things that you can do. And of course, one of the best things is that you get to work outside in lovely areas of the country and the countryside. And in the summer, that is absolutely brilliant. You get to enjoy the beautiful weather like we're having at the minute. And in the winter, it's a little bit cold, but it's still so beautiful and so worthwhile. So some career opportunities, and these are just a few. We've done this in lessons with students, and we've got up to 50 careers that they can think of within the industry. And there is such a variety that there is something suitable for everybody. So an immediate one that people think of is going to work on a yard and being a groom. Or a freelance groom, and that can vary dependent what your interest is. So you could go to a dressage yard, an eventing yard, a racing yard. There's so many different opportunities. If you want to be a coach, you can get your qualifications to become a qualified coach, all the way through to things like a farrier, a therapist or a dentist, which are so vital in keeping our horses fit and healthy at the minute. There are other ones that work within the industry with the horses. So working with horse behaviour, with welfare, or becoming a vet nurse and working in the veterinary industry. And then if you decide that working out in the industry and in the practical field is something that you maybe don't want to do and you want to work within an office-based role, there's loads of behind-the-scenes office-based roles that keep the industry going. So that might be sales, it might be working for governing bodies, it might be in marketing. There's a real vast amount of opportunities available depending on what you want to do. So why study equine at Moulton College? We are so lucky at Moulton to have a fabulous equine centre. We've got our wonderful indoor arena, which is a 60 by 40 with mirrors on 2 sides and a really lovely surface. We have an outdoor arena that can be split again into 2 arenas. We've got a 20 by 40 and a 20 by 60 that join together. Our cross-country field, where we can go out in the summer and have a go over the cross-country fences. We've got lots of off-road hacking, and a really new and exciting thing to come this year is we've just got a brand new set of show jumps that are sure to be interesting for students to come and have a jump over when they come back in September. We have stabling for up to 60 horses, and we have a massive variety of horses as college horses for you to ride through the year. They vary from Dermot, who is our legendary cob, who has taught so many students how to ride, all the way through to the likes of Bernie and Dawn, who are our ex-race horses. We have some ex-show jumpers, ex-eventers. So we really do have a variety of horses that suit everybody. On site, we're really lucky to have our hydrotherapy centre that's run by Jessica York. That has a water treadmill, a pool, a spa and a solarium. And students can access into that therapy centre through different lessons. So it might be a fitness lesson, it might be a equine structure lesson, or in the second year, you might choose the rehab and therapy module, and then we'll go in there and use that in our practical sessions as well. We like to make our lessons as interactive and engaging as possible, so we always try and think of new ideas and ways to get students learning in theory and practical based lessons. That might be drawing on the concrete, or it might be painting the horses. Our practical and theory lessons are all delivered by professionals who have worked within the industry, and we try and deliver lessons that are really in our field of expertise. So things that not only we have gained vast amounts of knowledge about, but also things that we are really passionate about, in the hope that that rubs off onto students as well. And we are all still actively involved within the industry. So all three of the equine lecturers have horses of their own, and so do the yard staff, and the yard manager and commercial manager who teach riding have horses of their own as well, which keeps us up to date within the industry. Through the course, there are unique opportunities for trips, visits and guest speakers. So we always try and go to Your Horse Live. We've gone to top international event riders' yards. We've had guest speakers come in and speak to students about different things, and there's a bit more about that later on in the PowerPoint. And new to the college last year, we also started offering BHS Challenge Awards to our students. So those will be ongoing as well, so students get to gain an additional qualification while studying here at the college. So overall, we like to think we offer a really good package that is suitable for every student that is looking to work within the industry and wants to come and study horses as part of their education. These are just a couple of photos of things that go on at the college. So we always run shows throughout the year for the students. We always have a Christmas one and an Easter one, and maybe some other smaller ones in between as well. So those are in-house, and we also take part in inter-college, where we go to other colleges and they come to us, and we compete against other colleges all over the country. See a quick photo there of one of our new show jumps. There's lots more of those to come and have a look at when we're allowed back in September. Students out hacking on some of our lovely horses. So we try and get students out hacking when the weather allows. It's normally in the second part of the academic year. We have an amazing approval rating from the BHS, and the yard also runs commercially, in the sense that we have our shows that run at weekends that students take part in on commercial experience, and we have the therapy centre that is a commercial entity as well. So we offer 3 different levels of qualification for FE at Moulton College. The level 1 diploma in horse care is a 1-year qualification. Then we have the level 2 diploma, which is another 1-year qualification. And then we have our level 3 qualification, which splits into a diploma and an extended diploma in horse management. That is, both of those are 2-year qualifications, and dependent on your GCSE results, depends on which one you would be entered onto. But I'll give you a bit more information about that now. So your course depends on what you achieve in your GCSEs, and this diagram just gives a bit of an outline as to which course you would be looking at dependent on the GCSEs that you achieve. So if you achieved 4 GCSEs, for example, grade 1 to 2, you'd be looking at our level 1 diploma. 4 GCSEs, grade 2 to 3, you'd be looking at our level 2. And then if you achieve 4 GCSEs, grade 4 and above, with either maths or English, you would be looking at our diploma. Our diploma allows students to redo their maths or English if they didn't achieve it at GCSE whilst they are here at the college, so that while you're in education, you get every opportunity to leave with your maths and English GCSEs. If you achieve 5 GCSEs at grade 4 and above, including maths and English, you would be looking at our level 3 extended diploma. This is different to the diploma because you don't retake maths or English, so you have a full timetable of equine studies whilst you're here at the college. We love students to progress. So if you come on the level 1, we'd love you to move on to the level 2 and then on to the level 3. And again, if you come on the level 2, we'd love you to progress on to the level 3. After that, it is up to the student whether they want to carry on to a degree level course or whether you want to go out into employment. And we can help students whichever way they choose. So what you'll learn whilst you're here at the college. So all the levels of study will include a mixture of practical and theory lessons, and they develop all industry relevant skills, but also bring in any theoretical knowledge that you might not gain if you were just out working in the industry. You'll gain transferable skills, so by writing assignments and completing the different activities that we do in lesson, you'll develop your IT skills. By doing your work experience and commercial experience, you'll also develop communication and personal skills. We have PDBW lessons, which are for personal development, so you get help with all things relating to life and experiences in that way, and your tutors help with any personal development as well. On the courses, if you have not achieved your English and maths, you will get the opportunity to do those again whilst you're here at college. On the level 1 qualification, we have a real mix of modules. So we have handling modules, feeding and watering modules, and we also have some broader spectrum modules. So for example, basic health and safety. On the level 1, they are internally and externally assessed assessments, which means that you will do some assignments in college, but there are also a couple of modules that have an external assessment, so an exam type assessment that goes away to be graded. So you will also do horse handling, and you will have a riding lesson as part of your level 2 qualification. This hopefully prepares you then to move on to your level 3 qualification. And on the level 3, which is the 2 years, there are a few modules, so 3 modules in total for the extended and 2 modules for the diploma, which are exam-based. So if you are studying equine structure, form and function, equine disease or equine nutrition, those are exam-based modules that are externally assessed. Other modules such as health and husbandry and care of the competition horse or horse behaviour will be internally assessed assignments. All of these different modules, we like to think, prepare you for industry if you want to go out and work straight in industry, but they will also prepare you for higher education. In the second year of the level 3, you have the opportunity to specialise to either equitation or a yard management stream. On the equitation stream, you would do more riding and be assessed on your riding. And on the yard management stream, you would do a rehabilitation and therapy module, and you would also do a yard manager module. Those streams are decided throughout your first year with help from your course manager, your tutors, and the riding instructors to ensure that you are on the best course for you. So throughout the courses, so whether you are on the level 1, level 2 or level 3 course, you are required to complete work experience. The number of hours that you are required to complete depends on the course that you are studying. And work experience is really about you gaining an experience in an industry and in an area that you want to know more about. So we give you the opportunity to have a look and tell us where you would like to go on work experience, if there is somewhere around you that you are really interested in. But we also have a list of work experience placements, so we can help students find a place for work experience that will hopefully help you and give you that extra knowledge that you are looking for. They take place throughout the academic year, but they have to be completed by the end of the Easter holidays. There's assignments that are being done after that. We've had a real variety of work experience placements in the past, everything from veterinary centres to show centres to shops to studs. There really is a wide variety of places that you would be able to go and gain some more experience. Additional costs whilst you're here at the college. So all students must have personal protective equipment, and that must include a hat up to the relevant safety standards, gloves, leather boots that are suitable for the yard, so short riding boots and gaiters or long riding boots. And if you would like to jump or hack whilst you are here on the course, then you will need a body protector that is up to the current safety standards. There is a college uniform that you will be able to purchase before starting at the college. However, it is not compulsory. We do, however, ask students to wear either navy, black, brown or dark grey clothing whilst they are on the yard so that they look smart and presentable. Other little things that are required are things like hair nets for riding. So we make sure that students' hair is tied up and out the way whilst they're riding. The only other additional cost would be the trips that we might go on throughout the year. There are some trips that are funded through the college. However, some trips that is not covered and there might be extra expense there. If you do need any more information about any of the additional costs, please do get in touch with the college and the student services team. Enrichment throughout the college. So we try and put on lots of different activities for students to do. Christmas and Easter shows are always a big success and students really enjoy them at the end of the term. Last year we had students dressing themselves up and the horses up in some amazing costumes with flashing Christmas lights and everything. So we really love to run those throughout the year. We also offer a trip to Your Horse Live, so students get to go and experience the demonstrations there and hopefully take things away from lots of professional riders. We've recently gained links with Racing to School, who are a fantastic charity that have given us behind the scenes tours at different race yards, and have also come into the college and done a talk on working in the industry and got students to have a go on exercises and see what it was like to be a jockey for a day. We go to Rockingham horse trials every year, and this year we also organised an overnight trip to Newmarket, which was unfortunately cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but we would look to do that again next year, as it was a fantastic opportunity for students to go and experience behind the scenes at the biggest race epicentre of racing in the country. So whilst you're here at college, the equine courses at college are normally 3 days per week, but that does vary dependent on the timetables. So students this year have been in for 4 days, but we try and keep it to 3 days a week. They are approximately 60% theory to 40% practical. However, that really does vary dependent on the level of course you are studying and dependent on the pathway you select on the level 3. We try and make it so there is 1 full day of theory lectures, and then the other 2 days have a mixture of theory and practical. And that is so students don't have to bring their riding stuff and their yard stuff in every day. Theory lessons are roughly an hour to an hour and 45 minutes, and practical lessons are between an hour and 2 hours long. So a few other bits that are really good to know. Commercial experience has to be completed throughout each year you study at the college. So that is here at the college yard. You come in before and after college and do the horses that we have here for you. And students gain a lot from this, so they get to know the horses really well, which is a really lovely thing. You'll come away with an absolute favourite. And also you get to help with the shows that run at the weekend. So you get an experience of working in the industry as well. Equine experience is beneficial, but it is not compulsory to come to the college and study on one of the courses. If you are worried about any experience that you have, or if you don't have as much experience as some others maybe, you're more than welcome to get in touch with the college and have a chat with one of the tutors, and we'll make sure you're on the appropriate course. Class sizes vary for the theory modules, so we do have some smaller classes, but we also have some larger classes that run in the lecture theatre. For the practical modules, we try and keep the class size to a maximum of 12 students whilst we're out on the yard. So it's a much smaller size for the practical lessons. Within your first week at college, you will take part in a riding assessment. And this is nothing to worry about. It's just so that we make sure that in future ride sessions, you are on horses that are appropriate for you. And we make sure that you're in the appropriate group so you're all at the same standard. There is a weight limit for riding of 13 stone, and that is in place for the horse's welfare. The level 3 streaming is decided throughout the first year in conjunction with your course managers, your lecturers and your riding coaches. So we'd love you to come to college with an idea of which stream you'd like to go on to, and we'll talk about that throughout the whole year, but we do it in discussion with the course managers and with the coaches to make sure that we are putting you on the appropriate course. So does anybody have any questions? If you do, please enter your questions in the chat box opposite and we will do our best to answer them. I hope this presentation has been really helpful to you. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch with us on the college number or through the college website. And we really hope to see you at the college in September.